Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Andrew, and welcome back to Cities Skylines. It has been quite some time since the last City Skylines video here on my channel, and I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. And before we get started, I would like to kindly ask you, if you are new around here, please make sure to go and consider subscribing and turn on the bell icon to receive notifications, as this is not going to be the only City Skylines video that we're going to have for the time. We are going to be having a lot more City Skylines over the course of the next few weeks, as there is going to be a brand new series starting later today. This video is just to go and show off some of the unique buildings and some of the other things that are a part of the new Sunset Harbor DLC. And for those who have not been unaware, if you haven't been watching my channel, that is, that there is a new DLC. Then go ahead and take a look at the newest videos on the City Skylines channel, or you can see my reactions on them on my channel. Anyway, what we are looking at right here is kind of like the big highlight of the DLC. You get the new Metropolitan Airport, and this behemoth looks massive. And it is massive, to be honest with you. When I was placing this down, it would only let me place it down under like completely straight slopes and everything. Like, I have noticed some improvements with the game in terms of less like picky placements on what the game will decide to say. Oh, I'll actually go and place there. Sure. So what this Metropolitan Airport includes, and if I go and take a look out of tab menu here, this Metropolitan Airport, if we go and take a look at our transport tabs, includes 2 underground metro stations, as well as a total of 2 helicopter pads. So this will be very useful for any sort of transportation based city. Now, it does include this little like 2-way street in here. One thing that I was hoping that the developers would add in is the ability for you to go and change the road types that are a part of the actual buildings. Such as in this one, I would want to go and change it to a one-way road. So that way, like, if you are in right-hand traffic, you're going to come up on this road, and you're going to just stay on either one of these 2 lanes, and then you're going to go out on this side. That's at least my idea. I don't think that they'll actually ever do that, but yeah, it happens. So that's just the Metropolitan Airport. That is not the only thing. One thing that we are doing right here is we are playing on one of the newest maps, and this is the Desert Oasis map. So this one actually is pretty cool. And as you can see, I do love the fact that the planes are actually using all the different terminals, such as in this one is using this terminal over here. This one is going to go over to here, I think. No, it's actually going to go over this way. So all the different terminals are being used by this entire airport, so that's going to be very useful. And they are using both runways, so that's really good to know. Now, if we go and go over to my mock city over here, we have a few things going on. I have a residential area over here. I have a industrial area over here, but it's not really being built up yet. But what we got going on, let's go and cover the buildings that I have in the residential area. Newest to the game is the Child Health Center. This is to help increase the birth rate for your adults to go ahead and, of course, get new kids inside your city. And when you do go and get this, make sure you have enough expenditure to go ahead and afford an elementary school, which we have one right around the corner. Then we have a elder care facility right here. This is so that way elders have a place to call home in the time that they are entering retirement. So this is also going to be very useful to go and still collect taxes on those elderly people. I know that seems a little bit sad in some regards, but to be honest, it's to help increase healthcare. I think that is a deserved building. So there's that building right there. Those are 2 unique buildings that I'd say are definitely unique to this DLC right here. Next thing we have is the trolley buses. Trolley buses work in a similar fashion to trams and buses, of course. But instead, trolley buses, of course, have overhead wires, as you can plainly see on the actual avenue. Trolley buses will work in the same way that buses do, but they do not share the same stops that buses do. I want to emphasize that they do not share the same buses. They do not share these same stops. If I try to go and create a new bus line that is starting at this trolley stop, it is not going to allow me to, because it is not considered a bus. It is considered a actual trolley. Next thing we have up is our waste collection facilities. So we have the new waste transfer facility and the waste processing complex. Both of these are going to be really useful in terms of keeping your trash in a lot more of a higher demand, especially in cities where you get a lot more trash accumulation over the course of a time. The waste transfer facility will go and store your garbage up to a point, and then your waste processing complex is going to send out these large waste transfer trucks to go ahead and collect, of course, the waste. Then we also have the Eco Advanced Inland Water Treatment Plant. This is one of the 4 new water treatment plants that are available in the game now. If I take a look here, we got the Inland Water Treatment Plant. I'm just going to place these over in my display area. We got the Advanced Inland Water Treatment Plant. We got the Eco Inland. And then we got the Advanced Eco Inland, because that's what I got already. All these are going to be really good buildings to go and utilize. Of course, the regular ones are going to pollute more than the eco ones, but that is something for you to go and make a decision on with your city. Next up, what we got is the new passenger helicopters. Passenger helicopters are brand new to the Sunset Harbor DLC. It is a paid content to the Harbor DLC, so you do obviously need to have it before you can utilize it. So one thing that I do like about this is that it's not expensive to run at all. It runs $320 per week for the actual stops, and in terms of the actual depot that we have right here, it's only $800 a week. That's not a lot of money. That's definitely not a lot of money. If I take a look at the expenses here, I need to go into actual finances tab. If I take a look at the actual expenses, it is saying that, well, air travel, it's saying like 9,168, but that is because of our Metropolitan Airport, which costs $8,000 a week. So doing the math, it's about $1,900 a week to go ahead and run an airport line with a helicopter depot, a helicopter stop, well, maybe 2 helicopter stops, because you want to have a point-to-point, and then, of course, the line to operate it with the said vehicles. So that's going to be really useful, I guess. And aside from that, we also have the new Intercity Bus service, which we already can see some intercity buses coming in here. These are coach-style buses that I have to say look pretty nice, and I would want to see more from these. And it looks like there is a lot of people getting on and off on these buses, so that is really cool to see. This is just a regular intercity bus station. We then have a intercity bus terminal over here. Intercity bus terminal operates in the exact same way, but it obviously has more terminal space. So that is something to keep in mind as well. What else is new with this update? Primarily, it is the new Metro update as well. Kind of interesting how they are focusing on Metro out of all this. They are including you to go and operate above ground Metro with the new Metro station, Metro train type. If we take a look here, this Metro train looks obviously like pretty cool, in my opinion. It looks like one of those trains that you would see in Paris or Europe, or somewhere around Europe, or somewhere in like a Middle Eastern, Paris or Middle East. I'm bluffing my words, of course. But anyway, then what is next? So we got 2 of these vehicles. We got this Bus Metro Hub, which will go and cater to city buses and your Metro, which has, I believe, 2 underground Metro stations. Yeah, 2 underground Metro stations there. Then we got the Bus Intercity Bus Hub, which will help for both buses and intercity buses. Then you got the Metro Intercity Bus Hub. This will primarily take care to all of your intercity buses, and as it states, it does have a Metro stop inside. We already covered those. And then finally, we have the train to metro hub that has been added on. This is a pretty cool stop right here. It does allow for you to have intercity trains. Of course, that is for the train side of the actual of the hub itself. And it allows you to connect easily to your train, to your metro line. I think that is pretty much all with the DLC. But that is not all in terms of what the game has improved upon. There's been new features added into the game that I'm going to go and show off real quick. And those new features, guess where they can be found? Yep, they can be found in the options menu. Well, wait, there's an option. Oh, wait, these options are in the options menu? Of course they are. So if you look at the in-game settings here, there's going to be a few things that are going to be different. You have this first one right here, which is saying pause the game after loading. So when you load up into your save, you can just go ahead and pause the game immediately. That will go ahead and be very, very useful for you to go and utilize. There is another one that that was implemented, but I don't believe they have it listed in the in-game settings. And that is to allow for you to go ahead and save your position of the game. So if I go ahead and just make a quick save here. So let's go ahead and just overwrite that save. And if I go ahead and load up that save, we are going to load up in that exact same position. And you guys can also tell that the performance of the game is actually a little bit better now because of the whole DLC. And as I said, saved game position. Perfect. And I think that pretty much covers a majority of the actual updates to the game. Stay tuned for the video coming out later today on the channel. That is going to be the start of our new Let's Play series that we're going to have. I believe we're going to be playing on either the Swamplands map or one of the other ones. Oh, and speaking of maps, okay, so with the maps themselves, there is a total of 5 new maps, of course. We have Azure Gulf, which kind of looks like a archipelago type map, which will be very useful. We got Crater Falls, very lovely looking landscape right there. Desert Oasis, which is the one we were playing on. The Fisher Enclave, which this one is pretty cool. And Swamplands. One of these ones we will be playing on for our DLC series, so let me know what you guys think, and I will check you guys for that video. Have a good one, everyone.